My name is Matt Weyer. I'm a clinical psychologist. I work with people with health issues here in town in Phoenix. So the way I found my way here, several friends that had minor injuries to more severe injuries as we played basketball together, and these guys got hurt, and we heard about a guy who was able to get incredible results with folks, sprained ankles or knee injuries. I had thought about it for a long time. I'm 44 now, and I was starting to notice that my body was not as strong as it used to be, and I was actually concerned that I was going to get injured. So I had thought about coming for about a year because some of my friends had been working out with Charles, and eventually I had a slight tear in my meniscus on my knee, and so that was the sign that I definitely wanted to come in and give this a try. The expectations I had when I was coming to the Evo Ultrafit facility was that I was going to experience a lot of pain initially. The guys that had been there previously that I knew, my friends that had gone through the training before, had talked about high levels of intense pain early in the treatment, but that within a few weeks that they felt better than they had ever felt. I think that they made me very apprehensive. The idea that I was going to go through a lot of pain made me actually hesitate for the first year not coming in. I knew that a couple of these guys that had gone through had done well with it, so I thought, this is something I can do too. Both these friends of mine were in their 50s, and again, I could actually feel how much stronger they had gotten after the Evo training. And he hooks you up with electric stimulus pads on various parts of your body. There's a dial that goes from 0 to 100. Very nice guy, but he's trying to find the place in your body that's weak and or that's injured. And so it was incredibly uncomfortable in the beginning because you don't know what's going to happen, how long the pain's going to last. I think the thing that helped me the most was that I had these guys that had already been through the training, and I could see that they had gone through that initial discomfort. I believe that if I did not know them and I came in for the 1 or 2 sessions, that I probably would have stopped coming in because it felt so uncomfortable and so foreign. It's something that you're just not used to, especially when you have an injury. You don't think that you're going to experience more pain initially. When you think about the first few weeks, and the question comes up for a lot of people that ask me, did I ever think about stopping? And I would say that I thought about stopping all the time. The beauty of the treatment is that when you're going through it, at least in the first couple of weeks, you're feeling so much discomfort that you think, no way am I going to do this again. But almost immediately after the treatment, like literally after you get done with the workout, you feel a lot better. Again, it's being able to override. For me, I was just kept thinking about the long-term goal, and again, having those experiences with other people, knowing that they had success with it, that this is something I could do. I just have to keep working through this from a physical standpoint and from an emotional standpoint. With a lot of hard work and determination, that sky's the limit, that things can really improve. I've gotten significantly stronger in my legs, which has helped me. I was able to go back to play basketball. Normally I would fatigue after a few games in my legs, and the really strange thing was that my legs actually felt stronger after 5 games, and I felt like I could continue playing, which was very unusual for me at this stage in my life. So, my mother's Japanese, and we tended to eat a very lean type of diet. When I started working out, people in the gym talked a lot about that I needed to eat more protein. And I didn't fully understand how much protein, and he eventually told me that it was 200 grams of protein, which for the lay person out there, that's the equivalent of 32 eggs in a day or 2 pounds of meat products. And I found that when I followed the prescribed diet, when I pounded that protein, that my body responded extremely well to the workouts. And when I would kind of vary from the diet, and I did at times, I didn't eat that much protein, that when I'd come in I would experience a lot of discomfort, and it was worse for me. So ever since I found out about following this diet pretty strictly, I've been feeling a lot better. The advice I have for people that are participating in the Evo system is you kind of have to put some of your logic and some of your beliefs aside. We hear certain things about training. We hear certain things about rehab. This is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. And you really have to have a faith in the system itself, in the Evo system. And through that, I think that you'll find that you'll get incredible benefits. And we see it with people that come into the gym all the time. There's people that come in with wheelchairs, people that have had strokes. Again, people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and not only are they physically stronger and seem like they're doing really well from a physical standpoint, but I think there's a lot of emotional payoff. You know, people tend to report feeling just a lot happier, and you can see it, they walk taller, they feel better. So the biggest piece of advice would be you've got to work through those initial feelings of discomfort. And if you can do that, you'll find great results. I'm not really sure how it all works. I know that I'm being shocked and I'm being asked to do certain physical exercises at the same time, and that through that process my brain starts overriding some of the signals that it believes. So for example, an injured area has been shut down, and so it believes that it can't work anymore, and so over time it stops working. And so through the ARP process, the ARP wave process, it's helping your body understand that that area can work, and it starts putting blood flow to that area. I try and explain that. People often don't understand or are very skeptical. But again, you know, my belief is that the proof is in the pudding. And so when I see my friends and guys that I play basketball with that are severely injured, can't walk very well one day, and then a week later they're back playing, or guys that have gone through the Evo training for a few months, and then a few months later they're significantly stronger. That meant a lot to me. And so again, you have to trust the process, even though it's somewhat uncomfortable for the first few weeks. I think that the hardest part about the process is that we want things to be linear. We want to come in on day one and then to get better in a stepwise fashion. And I think that part of what I've had to learn through this process is it's not always going to be a stepwise process. There's going to be some ups and downs.